And like even now, I've done even weirder things. I've realized that faking animatronic nudity and then censoring it works extremely well. Like you get a
Why?
picture of the robot, right? You block in the colors
No.
that it would be. Doesn't have to be shaded or anything, and then you
Oh
just
my
gosh and blur
God.
the colors, and you're good. Like 11, like 15% click through rate. It's insane.
That's wild.
It's sad.
Oh my God.
This is what I got paid for yesterday.
It's Johnny Late Night! And now here's your host, Johnny Rogers!
Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 51 of The Johnny Rogers Show. My guest today is a YouTuber, gamer, and content creator. He's also incredibly hardworking. I mean, I watched him work his way up from being a non-paid intern to now hosting and managing a massive gaming channel. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my friend and yours, Connor Munro.
Hello.
Hey, we're in it,
Hello.
we're here. We're
It's
kicking it off,
happening.
man. It's happening. I appreciate, like I was saying in the intro, for all the people that were watching on Twitch. Now we're on YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go subscribe on Twitch and turn on that bell notification so you know when we go live with guests like Connor. Connor filled in, pulled up last second, was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be your guest tonight." And I was like, "I appreciate that, man." Tell the people who don't know you, though, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a YouTuber. I would say by trade, but I don't think that technically qualifies. I talk about gaming. I talk about video games and stuff. Mostly Five Nights at Freddy's, unfortunately. I'm doing more stuff now, though. Finally, it's been a couple of years. It's a blessed time now. Oh man.
That's the worst part about, like, when something it's the worst and the best, because you're excited that the content is taking off when it's like, Five Nights at Freddy's, but then you're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to do so many Five Nights at Freddy's videos because it's like what's working. It's what the people want.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I remember Top 10 Gaming was
Started-
just Sonic. It was just Sonic everything.
Oh yeah.
And I only caught the tail end of that.
Dude,
and
the
then it was
Sonic videos have been blowing up
creepypasta.
recently.
Sonic again? Oh, I guess because they have the new film out, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
That-
People keep saying like there's this one guy who keeps commenting like different Sonic videos like to do, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but if we made that now, no one's gonna click it. It's not gonna happen, dude. I'm sorry. It's just not logical.
Yeah, the fan suggestions are always my favorite. Like when we started to do like superhero versus stuff, they put like the most ridiculous. Like, no, we're not. That'd be like a stupid video. No,
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure you will come up with something. But
for example, Batman versus Superman. Oh wait, hot take.
yeah, it ain't happening. It was funny watching friends who were like hardcore Batman fans and then hardcore Superman fans like defend each other's side. Because every Superman fan was like, "Oh, he destroyed Batman, no problem. He's an alien. Like, what are you kidding me? Like, this
Exactly.
is a joke." And then the Batman fans were like, "He just buy kryptonite." You're like, "Fuck off." That's not.
Money is the best and always will be the best superpower.
Yeah, better
Hands
than
down.
aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, the aliens who have actually tried to visit Earth, and it's proven that they can't fuck with humans.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos just paid them off and they left.
Can you imagine? That'd be so great to have a caught on camera footage of that. Oh, Jesus. I'll say this, though.
He's like sliding them like Amazon gift cards.
Yeah. They're like, all right, this works on our planet too. I was gonna say though, for the people watching, I knew Connor when you like first started at the Most Amazing in the studio there, and like you were just a co-op student, and like just the amount of work that I saw you putting in as just a co-op student, like just trying to get hours for schooling. I was just like, damn. And then to like actually, because people always wonder, like, oh, how do you become a YouTuber at one of these things? And you like just acted and did things that a YouTuber would do because you were surrounded by other people who were doing the same thing. So it was kind of just like, oh yeah, I enjoy this and I will just like work extra hard at these things like if I don't know if you mind me spilling this, but like
No,
to
go
get your
for it.
job, wasn't it like you made a top 10 video, like top 10 reasons why?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
That's a
that,
story.
dude, that like hit with them though. They were like, yeah, like look, he gives 10 like this is the whole thing. You know what I mean? So it's little extra things like that though that like set yourself apart from everyone else. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's like the one thing that I remember from my school, or like from like the business part of my schooling, was like you gotta stand out. And then like he talked about like how some dude brought in, like he pretended that he was like delivering cupcakes or something, and like he got to like the like head guy's office, whoever it was, whether it being like a CEO or otherwise, and he just like starts handing him resume instead of cupcakes. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's like I love. I don't even know if it's like true or
I
fantasy or
don't I
whatever.
don't care if it's true or not. I want to do that.
It gives you motivation to do those things, even if it's not true. The
Exactly.
fact that somebody came up with it, you're like, that's fucking awesome. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
you've heard like how Steven Spielberg, how he got like his first like major job in Hollywood. He just like walked into this like film office, like there was a studio in the office, and he just walked around and he saw like an empty like desk with like a door and everything, like it was his own office, and he just walked in and sat down at this desk, and people came in and put paperwork on the table, and they're like, you do this, and he was like, oh, okay, and then he just was working there. Like he just literally came in and sat down, and people didn't know or care because they were busy with so much other stuff. They're like, can you do this? Can you take care of this? You're clearly important. You're sitting in here behind this desk.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
how I
right?
felt.
But I want to say as well, like, do you think like gaming is your like I'm gonna do this for as long as I possibly can? Like, is there I would say before getting a chance to, build an audience off of that sort of thing, where you're doing like Minecraft and you're doing Five Nights at Freddy's and you're doing all these videos about gaming specific stuff. Like, what about that do you enjoy the most?
Well, I've wanted to be on YouTube since I was 11 years old. So like just watching like Yogg's Cast and like the other like classic Minecraft channels is really what got me into it. So like I didn't think really about anything other than just like, yeah, let me play Minecraft on YouTube. And like I did it a couple times, and they're extremely cringy, and it is the worst thing that I think I have ever made. Just period. Like I don't care about any time I failed classes. No, no,
Yeah.
that one video where I said, "You're the best 11 subscribers." That is like that's the pinnacle. I will never be as cringy as that, and I don't know if that's a shame or a good thing.
Hey man, cringe is coming back in some sense. Like, we might want to
That's
start
the whole thing, dude.
shouting out specific subscriber numbers. I mean, I do it all the time. I say what's up to Vuzu. I know he's always in the comments, so I always say what's up to him because he's always there. So it's like, hey, why not?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I like. I mean, every content creator and every like creative person that I've ever talked to says the same thing about themselves. Like they always, myself even, always look back at like the first stuff you did, and you're just like, oh, like, I can't even look at it. But what I think that is like that just means that your expertise and your at least your sense of like what's good the bar has been raised. So now you're like with this new like lens basically looking at your older stuff, and you can kind of see it and pick it apart differently because you have all this new knowledge. You're like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have edited this way or whatever, or like, oh, my voice sounds weird there, maybe I should have fixed the audio or something. Like it's the beautiful part of it.
Like that. It's part of that. The other part is that I was 11 years old playing Pixelmon.
Yeah, that's gonna be cringe either way for anybody.
Yeah.
Being 11, damn.
That was a oh boy. I
You're
got a
having, like,
virus on my
flashbacks right now.
dad's computer trying to install mods.
Were you trying to
Computer's still
cheat on the
listening.
game at 11 years old? You were trying to install mods?
Well, no, because like I was trying to, because the Pixelmon mod it's a mod that just adds like Pokemon to Minecraft.
Okay, I see.
So like I was trying to get other ones to do other stuff, but I was getting them off like literally the worst websites imaginable.
Oh my god! And you're
The whole
11, so it's
computer
not like
went
you
down.
have like a
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I had
a
no
fully
idea.
formed frontal lobe to be like, is this a good idea? You're just like, that's what I want. There it is. Click it.
I was like, yeah. I was like, this is like the 13th page of Google. This is great.
You know, it's so funny that you say that because I just heard. You ever watch like Kitaboga? He's like that guy that scams scammers. Like he.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I heard him on the James Altucher show, and I was like, he started talking about like how he finds the scam call numbers, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think to do that. He would just like think like, because the main target audience, let's be honest here, the main target audience that these scam call centers are looking for is like senior citizens. That's their goal. People who are like easily persuaded, like confused at times. They don't really know how technology works because it's just out of their wheelhouse. They don't need it. And so he goes to like, he searches like printer helpline, and then all these sites come up and he clicks like the 8th page or something. And then he just finds a sketchy link that says like Microsoft support, and it has like a weird number or something like in the title. Like it's just such a bad site. And then he calls it and it's a scam center. Like sure enough, like it's exactly what he was looking for. I'm just like, God,
That's great.
damn.
Oh yeah, no, my grandma got one of those calls recently.
Oh,
Like out of the blue, she just like starts blowing up my phone. She's like, "Are you in jail?" And I'm like, I don't think so. What's going on?" And she's like, "I got a call saying that you needed bail money." And I was like,
God.
"No, I'm good. I'm not in prison." And
I
I'm
could
like,
use the money
"That's-"
though. You want to just send that over?
I was like, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. And then she starts like, she's like calling me, and I'm like, Grandma, if someone had my phone and was part of this scam, or was like telling that I was actually in prison, I wouldn't be responding to you, and I would not be telling you not to give me the money.
Yeah.
When I pick up and I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't have, I'm not in prison or anything. And if I needed bail money, I would just call Dad.
It almost sounds like you were like like you got kidnapped, but you were too embarrassed to ask for the money.
Yeah, just like
they're like, we got your grandma on the phone and she's gonna wire us the money. You just have to tell her to do it. And you're like, I'm good actually. It's all right.
Yeah, like my hands are like just like zip cuffed. Like they got the taser in front of me, and they're like, all right. And I'm like, dude, just call my grandma.
Just call her
Do it for
my
me.
grandma. Yeah, that's your first go-to is call my grandma.
Oh. No, I'd call my dad for that. You kidding me? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's almost
the
a good
number I
question to
remembered.
start. Imagine I start asking weird questions like that on the podcast. I'm like, all right, so you've been kidnapped. Who do you call?
Yeah, really.
Who do you
That'd be
call to
hilarious.
wire you money? And who do you call to what's another question? Yeah, who would you call to wire you money? And who would
Who
you
picks you up?
call? Yeah, and who would you call to pick you up? Like, is it two separate people?
She's like, hey,
Like this person and the police, please.
like, hey, Dad. So Grandma just wired some dude some money. I'm in a warehouse on 4th. Can you come grab me, please?
Yeah. That's how that plays out every time.
Oh yeah, that's what they don't show you in the movies. They cut that part out.
That's what I hate about like Taken. He just runs through Europe, just murdering people, like so many people, more than John Wick for sure. And then there's not even like a police siren, like there's no investigations happening. Like, how are all of these people dying? He left so many bodies behind, and then he just left the country. It's like World War III. Just send Liam Neeson. What do you need?
Exactly.
You want to liberate Russia? Just send Liam Neeson through there. He'll just tear through the palace.
Dude, damn straight. I don't know
just
why
tell him his daughter's wrapped up in there, and he'll just eat his
Yeah.
fucking heads in.
Or just like show John Wick a picture of his dog.
Oh my god.
Send both of them.
Have you heard about this new like stupid TikTok trend? I think it's called vabbing.
Oh god.
I love that this is your reaction to it. Do you know what it is?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm not, here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share a screen so that we can really get this. Basically, vabbing is the practice of women using their vaginal fluids as a form of makeshift
Oh, I
perfume.
have heard of this. God damn it. Oh, I knew it sounded familiar.
And there are so many TikToks of people being like, "I love it. It's amazing."
Thank God the only ones I have seen are making fun of it.
It's like a dude who's like, "I don't think I'm gonna wear deodorant anymore, man." No.
Oh God, dude.
The
Why'd
dog
you
got
have to start that?
The dog got offended by that statement. Or agreed. Maybe ferociously agreed.
No, someone just walked by and he got mad. Stop it! God. Have some self-control.
You're like, "We're filming."
Literally, every time.
Yo, quiet on the set, dude.
I can't ever work from home anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the hard thing about having a dog and trying to film something, man. Or any like animal that can be loud at times.
Oh yeah.
You got a cat or something that runs over and knocks over a light, and you're like, "Oh shit."
I'm trying to live stream and he just like gets right under the mic and then just starts going nuts
Oh my
every
God.
time.
What do you like live streaming?
I haven't done it recently because I've been caught up with work, but usually I was streaming the new Minecraft update. That was fun. I
guess I've like played Minecraft a couple times, but I still don't get the appeal. Like if you were to sell Minecraft to me, how would you sell it?
I just like the fact that I can do whatever I want. Like if I think of something stupid that no one else would do, I can still do it and just have fun. And like I like the ability to do anything that I set my mind to. I feel like that's a life lesson that I'm trying to instill into myself through Minecraft.
No, that's amazing that you can see it in that like scope, or I guess use those words to sell it. That should have been a Minecraft commercial right there. They just cut right to the Minecraft logo.
Hit me up. We can work out a price, dude. Come on. Jeb,
Another thing I want to ask you about too is because you're commenting on like games, if you ever speak, negatively about a certain game, how are you getting a lot of flack on that as well?
Well, not necessarily, because like I most of the time whenever I just yell it in videos at this point. Like whenever I'm saying, I'm screaming it. So like I just like if it comes like up with like another game and I'm like interjecting about it, I'm like look at what they're doing, right? Look at how stupid that is, and this is just as stupid. So I hate everything equally. So they can't really be mad at that.
No, that's definitely a good way to be. It's just hate it all across the board. You're like, and then if anything impresses you, you're like, oh, we got one thing at least.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is all right. 3 stars. Better than the last thing.
They're just like, just trail off. What do you think is like so appealing about Five Nights at Freddy's that makes it such a massive like gaming series for you?
The view
for the audience, I would say.
Okay.
Not for you. You're like, I get nothing out of it. Yeah.
I get a lot of tears. I think it's just the mystery. I think that's the selling point, because like as humans, we don't like not knowing. We don't like not understanding something, and that explains like a lot of like people's like beliefs, be it scientific or not. We don't want to not understand what's going on in front of us. And when a story is presented in such a mysterious and convoluted way, we can't help but try and figure it out so that we can move on. But with FNAF, you never solve it because it
Oh, man.
always just comes around and then contradicts itself. So you're still going, and it's been going for 6 or 8 years. It's 8 years at this point. It's been going for 8 years and like 10 games. We still have no idea. We don't even know why.
Yeah. So when you take a concept like that and then apply, there's this problem, like you said, where the game offers a lot of frustration for the people that love the game and want to play it and want to figure it out. So the next logical thing is like, okay, well, what would you do? You would search for it on YouTube, how to this, how to that, how to whatever. So then just any content related to unpacking kind of that mystery is what's very like attractive to viewers.
Yeah, and it's definitely like other people more so than others is like, despite there being so many questions and hardly anything that we think we know about the series is actually confirmed by the guy who made the series, we all still believe certain things about it. And even if there's like another viewpoint that's like brought up, if it's not from the person that you like trust with it, then you're like hell no. There's no way. It's like the weirdest cult with subcults inside of it.
Interesting.
Crazy. Like if I say something that goes against MatPat of game theory, everyone's like, no, get the hell out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't do your research. Go watch game theory. And I'm like, that's not.
Yeah.
That's using a research paper to back up my research paper.
Yeah.
But I know that's like using a theory to back up my theory, which in the end has no actual base at all.
Neither of them, because it's like nothing's confirmed. It's just that it's a theory, so there can't be like a right theory or a wrong theory technically.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some wrong theories. I've definitely made a few.
I would love if I were this guy. I would read like the worst theories. I would purposely find the worst ones, and then I would just throw that in. You know what I mean? Like just to give them one. People are like, "What? It was that."
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure at some point he just hasn't said anything, and he's waiting for us to figure it out again.
Because that would be such perfect, like just. If they know that it's such an active community, it becomes so easy to then search for things because there's so much conversation happening, and you can start formulating your own stories.
Oh yeah, dude, he's the biggest internet troll ever.
Oh, that's great.
It's so good. I love it so much. I mean, I don't love what it does to me, but I love that he's able to do it to other people.
What's the worst? What's the one that you were like, oh?
The worst troll, honestly, at this point, I think it's just everyone else. The fact, like, I think he's trolled enough that now he's just like, everyone else can troll for me from here, because like he retired, or like you said, he retired. So we're all just like, no, that's not.
Just keeps coming back.
Yeah, and it's like, no, and like we're like, no, this is what happened, and we're like, it's literally not. But okay, fine, keep trolling me. That's whatever. I don't trust comments anymore. I don't know if they're just doing it to confuse me or if they're actually being serious.
I feel like we need I don't trust comments on my shirt.
Honestly.
That's a great t-shirt idea. Somebody do that.
Trust Wikipedia more than you trust the comments, man.
Yeah. As long as you give them their $1 that you would usually spend on a coffee or whatever the notice is that they put in there.
Yeah, at least Wikipedia cites their sources.
Yeah, well, the scary thing about Wikipedia is the fact that people can just change it. Like, I was blown away at how easy it is to change it.
I mean, don't you have to... The way I understood it was like you had to have enough people trying to change it to actually have the change go through. It's not like, I don't think it's the same thing as like a fandom Wikipedia,
Where it's just
Or
anybody
like
with
or
moderator
like someone
status.
can just like come in and be like, oh yeah, this is actually what's going on. Because like
Mm.
I think if I went to Wikipedia and I put in that like the sky is purple, I don't think that they would change that. I think you'd have to have enough.
We should
for it to
try. Let's
actually
try
work.
it. We just do it
Every
live on
single
the
person,
show.
every single person try to change the sky color to
Oh,
purple.
bro, I want to get to a point on this podcast where there's so many people watching on the Twitch stream that we could change Wikipedia. Let's make
That's
this
a
happen.
goal.
That is a goal. We should
That-
we should mark that down.
That is 10xing your goal.
100%. I prefer 100x.
Oh yeah, right.
Why not just go for it? If we're
mean,
gonna just
10x
throw
the
numbers
10x.
out here. That book was crazy. I read that book. I was like, all right, got it. Don't sleep.
Yep. Just cry.
Just cry. Just tears. That's all. That's all you need. All those books, it's like when you really get down to it, you're like, it was just written by some dude, you know? Like
Yeah, honestly.
we have like, you know, I think growing up it was like books, this is the knowledge. It's right here in this like paper form, right? Oh, hardcover, you know, Britannica Encyclopedia, like worship these books. The Bible, that book is in every single nightstand. But then some people just wrote a book and you're like, oh shit, like it doesn't mean it's good, you know, it doesn't mean that it's like valuable in any sense just because it is a book. It could be a book with just 100 pages of pictures of shit. You know,
Yeah.
like
Hey.
it doesn't belong on your bookshelf. I don't think so.
As long as it tells me what to look out for with consistency, and like this if it's this, then you need to be worried. Then I'd have it on my shelf. Then that's some knowledge that I would need to know. Like if you see this, get checked by your doctor.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
alright.
yeah. See, that's a valuable book. That seems
That's
like
a valuable book.
it would come in handy, you know?
Exactly.
You don't need a book like
need
just
to
going on this
start
random book
collecting.
rant. You're gonna start collecting books that bring you value.
No,
all
I was gonna
jokes
say-
aside, though, what's your favorite book? Let me tell you.
Favorite book?
Yeah, what's your go-to? Like, I would say, what's the one that you would recommend to people the most?
If you're into like sci-fi spy kind of things, The Tempest by Julie Cross is my favorite book.
Fiction?
Yeah. It's about this kid who has the ability to time travel, except whenever he does it, nothing changes.
Oh, interesting.
So like he'll like he's sitting at a tree or whatever, and he'll close his eyes and do his thing, and then he'll like go talk to like the cashier or whatever, be incredibly rude and just a total dickwad, and then he'll come back and then he'll go talk to her again, and they've never met before.
Oh my.
And then he only does that. He only does those half jumps, where like nothing changes until his girlfriend gets shot, and then suddenly he's 2 years in the past and can't get home.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
yeah,
it's like a sci-fi. There's some spy elements in there. It's also kind of a romance book, but damn that. And then its next two books. I fell in love with them in high school. And I've loved them ever since. It's insane. It's so good.
Hey everybody, Johnny here. Just want to take a quick second to thank our newest Patreon subscriber, CLB. I appreciate your support, and because you are subscribed to the show for just $1 a month, you're getting this episode before anyone else. If you want to be cool like CLB, head to patreon.com/TheJohnnyRogers and join in on the fun. All right, now back to the episode.
Tempest. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna check it out because I mostly have nonfiction. Like I think the only fiction stuff I have would be like 1984, which doesn't really feel like fiction anymore. Not that that's an original thought. I also have like, oh shit. There was like a series, like a pack of them. There was like Odysseus, and then a ton of Goosebump books from when I was a kid. Like a whole collection of Goosebumps which I loved. Like all the covers are amazing too. I should actually make all the covers into NFTs. That just gave me an idea. They're really sick covers. Now the NFT market is real hot right now, so
Oh yeah.
I heard it's a good time to get into Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, dude. Ethereum right now, Dogecoin exploding.
Exploding to the floor.
moon.
to the middle of the earth, it feels like. What did you buy into any crypto?
I did, and then I sold when Dogecoin was high, and then I was like, all right, I'm good now. I made like $20. I was like, okay, that's all I needed. It's like I did.
As long as you
I can
make
say it.
money, that's all. That's, you know what I mean.
I'm a successful crypto trader now.
You put it in your bio, crypto trader.
Oh yeah.
People
Dude,
are
I
gonna be
also
like,
have
"Did you get a
undefeated
hack?"
boxer.
You have undefeated boxer in your.
Well, yeah. If you don't fight, you never lose.
That should be the title of the episode. I don't know if it'll
Oh.
all fit in the little box that I like to use for the preview, but maybe I'll find another one. But I like that as a title. If you don't fight, you never lose.
Hey, life lessons
That's what
with
we're
a
here about.
22-year-old.
Yeah. Which, damn, dude, I gotta say, at 22, the stuff that you've already done is like crazy impressive, you know?
Oh, thank you.
For just like the amount of progress that you made in such a short amount of time, and like the amount of responsibility that you've taken on already, and on top of that being like an on-screen performer, it's a lot. Like it's a whole lot, but it's like it just makes me like curious to see, damn, what are you going to be in like another 6 years or 8 years or another 10 years, of not even necessarily doing the same thing, but like maybe doing that and then progressing into something else and then growing and growing from there, right? But it's all just such a sturdy foundation. Like, did you ever think that you'd be in that position?
I didn't think that it would happen. I definitely dreamed that it would happen, but I definitely didn't really think that it would. Thought it was always just like gonna be a thing that I wanted that I just kind of let go eventually. But no, it's insane. And it's funny that you say that, because like the imposter syndrome, especially like in the past few months, has been crazy. It's like the past year of my life has been such a roller coaster, and like so much has changed in such a short amount of time that like I didn't think that I would be here 6 months ago, let alone when we were going into the last lockdown that Ontario had. Like, it's insane. And I remember sitting on my couch learning that we were like going into a lockdown again. And I was just like, I cannot do this again. But like, not for the reasons you'd think. It wasn't the lockdown that I was worried about. But like, from that to like now is just insane. And like, I've started therapy now, and I've been working on getting that imposter syndrome out of my head. Because like with the channel, like I did go from an unpaid intern to the channel manager within a year, which was absolutely crazy. And I was and still am extremely proud of that. But now that's kind of been warped by certain individuals and by my own self-image, where it's like you were given that because the manager was going on mat leave. And it's like they had to give it to someone, so they gave it to you because everyone else was busy. And they like threw you into it. They didn't really tell you what to do. They're just kind of like, here's how you upload a video. Here's a description template. Go for it. And like, that's like, at that point, that's when the channel like got the comments like, oh, when I see Five Nights at Freddy's in the thumbnail, I click on the video, and I'm like, oh, let's try a Five Nights at Freddy's video then. And then it just kept going. And then now whenever we do something that is not FNAF, they're like, why isn't this FNAF? Or like the views aren't the same, or no one really cares. And then I'm like, well, like, was that me, or did I just get lucky? And I've been working on getting my way out of that thinking. It's been a wild one for sure. So
Dude,
thank you for
that's
saying that.
of course, yeah. And you can't, like, especially the YouTube algorithm, it's like all over the place. Like, yes, there are ways to, you know, find certain keywords or whatever that'll make you, but a lot of it is like guessing. Like, you're working against like an algorithm machine that's feeding people specific content, and especially stuff that they really enjoy. So they've clicked on 5 FNAF videos, so they're gonna keep getting fed FNAF videos, and they're probably not gonna see the other videos, even though it's from the same channel. And then you have to also think about, like, you know, what people are searching at that time, and how that, because like randomly a video from 5 years ago will just like spike up in views because it became necessary. Like, I watched this video of a girl who like made a video about how to do a Zoom call like 4 years ago. She made it, and then when COVID hit, the video like went viral because people were searching, and she was the only video explaining how Zoom calls worked. And so it's just like, it's crazy. Like, you can't compare yourself to that. The way I always think of it is like, you just have to like look at your current situation and say like, okay, am I happy with what I'm doing? Because any outside fodder is just like, the only real people that you need to like care, that have like an opinion of like who you are and what you do, is like your loved ones, and they're not going to care anyways. You know what I mean? Like, whether you have 200,000 views, 2,000 views, 2 views, or 2 million views, they're going to look at you the exact same. So it's like, imposter syndrome is something that anyone, like I said, even with the other stuff about being a creative person, like, everyone has that. And I'm sure people, like, I can't imagine that the president of the United States, when they get elected and they step into that role, that they don't have a bit of imposter syndrome of being like, I'm the fucking leader of this country. What?
Well,
like,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, you should work for that position, but I'm sure when they sit behind the desk, it's like surreal. They're like, when it sinks in.
yeah, I'm certain the last one didn't have imposter syndrome. And I don't think that this one can remember.
He had delusion.
So
delusions of grandeur.
Ignorance is bliss.
That's very true. That's very true.
It's sad,
scary,
but
yeah,
it's true. Yeah.
I see some people and I'm just like, no, I'm kidding. I don't want to talk shit about anybody, obviously.
Oh yeah, I've been biting my tongue.
Yeah, so many. I have so many marks in my tongue. You have no idea the amount of times I'm like, all right, but hold back. Don't do that. Yeah. Be kind. Because I don't even like feeding into that negative. For the most part. I just don't like feeding into that negative energy. Because, like, dude, I had so much imposter syndrome all the time. I still do all the time. Just like, okay, I talk and people want to listen to me. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And even after leaving and having like people come over that watch me there and want to keep interacting with my stuff, I'm just like so grateful to have that. And that kind of having that little community makes it easier to not be like feeling like an imposter, because it's kind of just like you're hanging out with them. You know what I mean? Like, you're hanging out with friends. That's what I love about this podcast as well. It's just like, if you want to get to know more about me and the people that I like hanging out with, yeah, just watch any episode.
Yeah.
Because it's not so algorithm fed where I have to like put, oh, Connor does fucking this great, Connor reacts to vabbing in the fucking title. You know what I mean? When that was like 10 seconds of this whole conversation.
Yeah, in brackets, gone sexual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big eggplant on the thumbnail.
On the thumbnail. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like, yeah, especially like with that community that would follow you. Like, that's how, like, you know that like things are going well. Because like I think part of it for me was that no one, like, if I was doing things on my own, no one really wanted to watch unless it was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, when we were doing more Minecraft content, and I was doing Minecraft on my own because that's what I was doing beforehand. Then people actually were starting to say like, "Oh, hey, he's actually playing Minecraft instead of ranting about it. Look at this." And I think that definitely was like, okay, yeah. So it's just the dicks that just want
that
pure
gets to you.
FNAF.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right. I'll let him go.
Yeah, just let go of what they're saying. And that's interesting too that you noted that you like changed the medium as well, which delivered better. So it's not even that like those videos that aren't FNAF wouldn't work. It's that it wouldn't work in the same format. You could do any other type of game just as long as it's different than the same format as the FNAF videos, because then you're offering them something completely different than just, you know, whatever the usual top 10 or like a news update or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like by actually playing the game, they're like, oh, this is interesting. Like now I get to, you know, live stream with him or whatever. Jump in the chat, ask him when the FNAF videos are coming.
Yeah,
but
dude,
they're watching.
that's my whole chat. Dude, I'm playing
It's just
Minecraft
FNAF,
and someone's like,
FNAF.
let's talk FNAF. And I'm like, I'm playing Minecraft. Can we not, please?
Can we chill on that? Yeah, I had when I was on Top 10 Gaming, and I think I streamed a couple of times, and I had my actual like whatever PlayStation handle on the thing. So I had all these people just adding me. And so anytime I came online, there'd be like 2 or 3 messages like, hey, do you want to play X, like, well, Fortnite or fucking Minecraft or Call of Duty or whatever it was? And I was just like, nah, bro, I just want to watch Netflix. And you're just getting like these invites in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Luckily I haven't like had like, I'm just like doing it online. So it's not like my Steam handle. Like it's just like, there's no way to actually like see this Steam handle or whatever.
Steam.
So I'm like, that's.
Do you play Counter-Strike?
Good. I have it, but I didn't really play it. I had it so that I could have textures for Gary's mod.
Ah. I love that.
And I have CS:GO, and I played it like twice, and I was like, Minecraft.
You just gravitated right back to Minecraft. I loved Counter-Strike. I played that so much. But I was talking to, who was it? I think it was Sean, Jared, and Patrick. We were talking about like organizing like a podcast episode where we're all Zooming and playing Counter-Strike at the same time.
Oh, I mean, I'm terrible, but I'll do it.
I just got to figure out a way. I'm like, that's a lot of media. Like, how do I display this on the screen? Like, it'd be amazing if you could just have like the screen cut in pieces and then each person up in the corner. Somebody who knows this stuff.
I saw a live stream from way back, like from Smosh Games before Defy Media shut down. I don't know how they did it for the goddamn life of me, but they had it so that like you could pick whose viewpoint you were watching at any given time. I have no idea how it worked. I remember there was a little section on the screen that you could click, and then you could click the person, and then it would be their webcam with their gameplay perspective, and then you could just switch at any time.
On YouTube?
I'm pretty sure it was YouTube.
Because maybe they had a partnership or something, and then YouTube just did that for them, like the sake of that video, because they're like, we have this crazy idea, can we test this feature? Or
it might have been. I don't know if they
had a redirect or something.
They might have, but like I don't even know.
Because imagine like all of you go live at the same time, and then you have on this one main video like a redirect link where you can just tap that and it takes you to their live stream, but we're all communicating with each other at the same time.
I know that like there's like certain people who have like a 2 PC stream setup, where like one PC is actually running the stream and the other one is running the computer. So maybe something like they were all feeding into one.
That's
and they
hardcore
had
when you
set
have
it up
two
or something like
PCs.
Oh yeah, dude, that's insane.
Hey, that's my streaming PC. Don't touch that one.
Yeah, no, it's just gathering dust right now. I haven't. No,
Yeah.
no. The last month's Twitch money, okay, it was like Amaranth, but a dude. Okay, leave it alone. It's fine.
That's like I watched like I think it was like a Logan Paul house tour, and he like walked by this like room, and it was like this massive TV on the wall and like all these gaming systems, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is where I used to stream. Like I haven't done that in like a year." And then they just kept walking. I'm like, "All that shit's just sitting there." I'm
Yep.
like, bro, what?
Dude, did you see him like in that WWE match with that Pokemon card around his neck?
Hilarious.
Dude,
Hilarious.
I did a short on that recently. $5 million
Oh my
paid for that
god.
card.
That's
Four
insane.
$4
Valued
million
by who?
cash. Oh, it was a
Like who
Pikachu.
values
or-
these? You know?
it was like a graded card though. It was the only PSA 10 Pokemon Illustrator card in existence. There's only like the one that has the 10 ranking.
But how do they arrive at that number is what I want to know. Like I
It's
want like a mechanics breakdown. Like here's how much this is labor, this is, you know.
I know that like the grading is just based on the quality of the card. But then like he got it back and he was like never gonna sell this. Like this is insane. And then Logan Paul comes in and he's like, I'll give you a PSA 9 version of the card as well as $4 million extra dollars. So like in total, like the value of the transaction was like 5.125 million or something like that.
Damn.
It was insane. And he was like, all right.
Fucking sure. I'll just trade
Yeah,
cards.
easy.
I just like Charizard. I don't care if it's a 10 or a 9.
Yeah, and they kept they kept the transaction. It was a secret until he wore it around his neck, and then after he like revealed that, he was given like a Guinness book. He was given a Guinness record for the most money spent on a private transaction, and I'm like, that's probably not something to be proud of at this point.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Like for a WWE match, like dude, come on.
I love too in the video game they have him as a character, and when he comes out around his neck, they couldn't obviously use Pokemon for copyright reasons, so it's just a Logan Paul card. Like it's like a it looks like a Pokemon card, but it's
That's
just him.
something he would do too.
Exactly right. It works so well.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't do that. God.
I don't like that they just basically gave him Eddie Guerrero's moveset. Like he just took the frog splash, took whatever, you know what I mean? But it's crazy what he's been able to do just as a YouTuber. That's a as douchey as you may seem, that is very impressive.
Yeah, it like quality of the person aside, that's insane. Like the sheer fact that you could do that because you made stupid videos with your brother.
Or yeah, you did the
And it blew
splits on Vine. You know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah, there were
That's
Vine
where you
kids.
like really blew up.
Yeah,
And
I
then
didn't think
transferred all that intelligently to YouTube.
Yeah,
and then did some bad videos that ended up changing YouTube's like terms of and conditions.
Don't vlog in forests.
Yeah, no more vlogging.
That's how the Slender Man movie happened.
Sorry, hikers, you're done. Bear Grylls, you'll find him on planet Earth. That's it.
Go Hiker 20. I'm sorry, man. They can't vlog anymore.
All because of Logan Paul. And then people are mad at Logan Paul for fucking up their hiker vlog videos. They're like, this piece of shit. I never filmed the body. What are you talking?
Now I can't watch two Indian kids build log cabins in the woods.
Those videos are my favorite when they make like an in-ground pool. In
oh yeah, I was literally about to say now they got to make pools.
Yeah.
You can't make cabins, dude.
I noticed the change. Yeah, damn. That is what happened. They went from cabins to pools. Because of Logan Paul.
4 a.m. content. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is total 4 a.m. content. What is your go-to like late night content?
At this point, I have no idea. I just throw it on. I'm like, whatever's on recommended. All right, I'm tired. Let's put this on.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, tell me, 20 reasons why the Earth is gonna explode, or you're like, wait, just random.
yeah.
The titles always kill me, like, because there's some titles that are just like, what the fuck? I want to
Top
actually.
10 things that will happen after the queen dies.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I had someone send me like it was an Instagram post of that thumbnail and like a Reddit thread. I
Oh
was
my
like, this
God,
has
that's
no business
deep.
being that funny.
Oh my
And it was
God.
like a post of like that thread, and they sent it to me. They're like, "Is this you?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it is." And they're like, "Did you make that thumbnail?" And I was like, "Unfortunately, no. That was the work of the great Danny Burke."
Hmm.
And they're
Oh
like,
my
"Okay,
God.
thank you."
You're like, Jesus.
Oh, I, I love that thumbnail. Anytime I see like a top 10 video that's like a meme, if it's like
Yeah.
not showing the thumbnail, I make sure I look it up on the channel. I'm like, was this us? Let me make
Yeah.
sure. And I'm like, oh, it was. Look at that. It was like there was like a strangest animal hybrids, and it was like the picture was like it was photoshopped on, like it wasn't actually in the video, but it was like
Yeah.
a dog made of broccoli. And I was like, is that us? And I searched the channel. I was like, oh yeah, that was us. But there's no broccoli dog. That's stupid.
It's
I
so
came
funny
here
what the
expecting broccoli
mind
dog.
comes up with though for thumbnails when you have to make so many of them. Because you just have to
Oh
start
yeah.
getting creative because you don't want to repeat yourself too much. So you're just trying to
Mhm.
find new ways to like new images and different, whatever to enhance that. But yeah, at some point you're gonna arrive at a piece of broccoli that looks like a dog.
Yeah.
You
When
know?
after I got hired, after I sent in the video when my internship was over, that's what they hired me to do. I was just coming up with video ideas and doing the thumbnails for it. And man, I did some weird things. And like even now, I've done even weirder things. I've realized that faking animatronic nudity and then censoring it works extremely well. Like you get a
Why?
picture of the robot, right? You block in the colors
No.
that it would be. Doesn't have to be shaded or anything, and then you
Oh
just
my
gosh and blur
God.
the colors, and you're good. Like 11, like 15% click through rate. It's insane.
That's wild.
It's sad.
Oh my God.
This is what I got paid for yesterday.
That's hilarious, dude. Like, try explaining that to like, if you went somewhere else and applied for a job and they're like, oh, that's interesting. What did you do there? Well, let me tell you.
My grandma thinks I'm an accountant.
I love that. What is your grandma think? Is it just too much to explain? It's just like too far out of a realm of understanding, or
Yeah, it was like I got the job, and I was my grandma was like, "Oh, you got a job. How is it?" And I was like, okay, how do I do this? How
yeah.
do I explain it so that you understand, and then just don't post it on Facebook 55 times?
Oh my God, yeah, it's like
So it started off. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a cashier," and then I quit and started another job. So like she thinks that I've had like 4 jobs in this time period. And now I'm currently an accountant. Still haven't given
meanwhile,
her a company name.
that's so funny. You're like Rick and Morty Inc.
Yeah. It's
Accounting.
yeah, most amazing taxes.
Yeah.
Most amazing tax evasion. That's it. Next time she asks.
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. That's a great accounting for her name.
Yeah.
No,
IRS ain't gonna mess with me.
no. You'll be fine. Yeah, you work for the tax evasion company, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. They know they
One
can't catch me.
Yeah, the IRS knows. I'll just move. What do you just go to? Can you go to? Canadians can go to Australia on the cheap, right? We could stay there for like 9 months without needing a visa. Yeah, just take off to Australia, the land of prisoners. That's like a fucking 24-hour, 23-hour flight. It's insane.
No, there's one place that doesn't require a visa at all. Like for like to work or to live there or anything, and I forget where it was. I know it wasn't New Zealand, but New Zealand keeps popping into my head. But like there's like somewhere that's that like kind of made me think New Zealand.
Ukraine.
It's like one of those. No, I don't think it was
They're like,
Ukraine.
please come, we need the help.
No, I
I
forget
love
where it
that
was, but
nobody's
it didn't
talking
even-
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a war still going on, and everybody's like, well, whatever.
yeah, but the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial's over, so
Way more important. There was 3 million people watching that. That blows my mind.
Dude, we were watching the live stream at work, and like I was looking, I'm like the donations that people were sending in to just the channel that was streaming the thing, like just like moving the stream to their channel.
Yeah.
Like they were like donating like $500 to put like hashtag Amber Turd with a poop emoji, and I'm like, why would you do that for $500?
That's crazy.
Like, how do you have that money?
People are crazy, dude.
It's stupid.
The way people throw around their money like that is just insane. And the YouTube donations, like, come on, man. Why? One question that I love asking my guests is if you could make a phone call to 15-year-old Connor, doesn't affect your current timeline, and just give him a piece of advice based on what you know now in the future, what would you say?
I'm glad you said doesn't affect my timeline, because buy Bitcoin would have been my answer. 15-year-old Connor. I always said keep your chin up, keep going down this path, and talk more. Get used to talking, so that when you go into audition, you're not extremely awkward, and only get hired because you're free.
It's a good
Even
advice.
after
He's like,
even
"Where?
after I
What?"
started hosting, I was still hella awkward, and then eventually I just stopped caring, and now I talk about banging an animatronic chicken. So
It's funny how speech progresses like that.
yeah,
When you
funny how-
stop the filter and stop caring what people think, it's amazing what your mouth will do.
oh yeah, dude, no, don't even bark again.
No, we're on
Don't
the
even.
last
Just
question,
think.
dude. Stop. The dog. I'm talking to the
Literally.
dog. So another question that's a new question on the podcast. I'm testing these questions out, but
All
it's
right.
another new question. Because these podcasts kind of exist like a little bit of a time capsule, right? Like we're capturing this moment at 9:30 on Monday. In the future, I'm going to give you the opportunity to leave 50-year-old Connor a message right now from your current state. And you can say whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Some people say, like, I hope you did this. Some people are like, congrats on doing this. You know what I mean? Or I hope you're still doing blank. Like, it's stuff like that. What would you say?
50-year-old Connor. Jeez. Well, hopefully you're still telling stories, whether they be good or bad, funny or not. Stories, man. That's the lifeblood of the world. Hopefully you're still doing that. Hopefully at this point you've also like maybe had a kid, if they're not too much of a pain in the ass. And that hot young thing, that hot 32-year-old. Tell her I say hi. See you soon.
It's gonna be even funnier if like your kid eventually watches this. You go, Dad, what the fuck?
Yo, what's up, Oliver?
He's got a
Hey,
name.
Trent.
He's got and just shouting out names now. He's like, it's Dylan. I'm gonna
Sorry, John.
share. yeah, just all of the names. If you want to follow Connor on Instagram, it's the Cheese King 03 and at Centimeter Munro on Twitter. The Cheese King on, I guess it would be Cheese King 03 as well on YouTube. Let's go to your. Oh, that's me showing the promo on Twitch. How meta.
It's got all the links on
The
there.
Cheese King 03 on TikTok. As always, guys, those links are always in the description below. Connor, man, thank you so much for making time to come on the show.
Oh, no
hang
problem.
out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude,
Glad I
this
could
was
help
fun.
you out.
Yeah, of course. And I was like, it'd be a great chance to catch up as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. All right. I wish you nothing but the best. I'll send you this link as soon as I get it up. But it'll be out Sunday. And to people on Twitch, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
All right, later, bro.
Yeah, later. Peace.
You've been listening to The Johnny Rogers Show. New episodes air every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.